one of our customer service centers to find out more about our new account offerings. Cayman National, banking that fits your lifestyle.
And so you see, I, the Burger King, received this tip to play with important instructions. I'm about to play it again. Let's turn it up. Good luck on your mission. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. What was that he said about something impossible? The king has completed one of his toughest missions yet and brought the Impossible Whopper to Cayman. The Impossible Whopper, just like the regular Whopper, but more for plants. Brand new on island and only at Burger King. 7 Mile Beach, Waterfront, Walker's Road, and Red Bay. The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual hosts and their
Good afternoon and welcome to Straight Talk. This is your Drive at 5 show. This is Catherine Tyson, your host. And let me tell you, today is a day. Now, you know, I always talk about how hot the day is. Well, it ain't nothing hotter than today. It is sizzling. Welcome to the show. Thursday, Success 101. But today we will be talking about success, all right. But we will be talking about success of those elections. Were you guys up until midnight last night? I could barely sleep. I can tell you that. I was watching and waiting and counting, and I had all of my notes and all of that stuff. I know. Listen, first of all, this is what today's show is going to be about. I would love to hear from you guys. 943-3700. We got to talk about this. We definitely have to talk about this. Lots of buzzing going around. But first, I want to say congratulations to all the winners. And I'll get to y'all in a minute, but congratulations to my ladies. Okay, the ladies that were successful. Congratulations to Miss Catherine Wilkes from West Bay Central for bringing it home. Woo-hoo, girl. You done walked into place and said, listen, I'm going to run in 2017. All right, I almost got in, but almost doesn't count. But guess what? I'm coming back. And girl, you did. You came back and you did it. Congrats. That is Catherine Wilkes from West Bay Central. So proud of you. I know you're going to represent us. I know you're going to make us proud. We are so proud. Just want to say congratulations to you, my friend, and just so happy that you were successful. Also, I want to get to Prospect Sabrina Turner. Congratulations, Miss Sabrina Turner. Girl in the house. Ladies in the house, we are so proud of you. Congrats on your win yesterday. We're going to talk a lot today about the scores and what it looked like. And like I said, I'd love for you all to call 943-3700. I want to talk to you guys about that. But congratulations to Sabrina Turner. That lady has been working in that community, set up in an office by her house. Girl, let me tell you, I'm proud of you for that. I passed it. I was like, this girl is not playing. So you know what? Congrats. And I know I am going to expect great things from you because that's what you do anyway. That's what you do. So Catherine and Sabrina, we are not expecting anything less than 150%, right? I know that much. And Miss Heather Bawden, oh my goodness, thank you so much for coming through. Congratulations, Mama Heather, Sister Heather, Queen Heather, who went through Savannah and did so well. Congrats. You have represented us before. I do not expect any less from you. I'm going to just keep saying that I am so excited about the ladies that, made it through. And I'm not going to miss out Miss Barbara Connolly. Congratulations, Miss Barbara Connolly. Miss Barbara Connolly and I went up against each other in 2017. That's such a lovely lady. Let me tell you, worked very hard in her community over the last 4 years. And, it showed. And, congratulations, Barbara. Now you got some ladies in there that I expect to have your back. I expect you to have their back and stand firm. It's 5 of you in there this time, ladies. So make that count. And of course, Miss Juliana O'Connor Connolly, congratulations for Kim and Brack East. And that is Barbara Connolly from Georgetown South, Sabrina Turner from Prospect, Miss Heather Bodden from Savannah, and Miss Catherine Wilkes from West Bay Central. I just wanted to shout them out first before I get into anything and just congratulate you guys. 5 of you in the house. Yes, I'm a little biased because yes, I am a woman, and yes, I believe that we need to be represented, and yes, I believe that any man who disagrees with that, well, I'm gonna give you the side eye, okay? Because your mama raised you, your grandma was there, your aunts helped feed you, your sisters cleaned the dishes for you, your wife got your back, your girlfriend, rubs your back, your daughter is queen of the world. So come on, okay? And nieces and grandnieces and granddaughters and all that stuff, all right? So congratulations to those 5 ladies, and congratulations to the other ladies who threw their hats in the ring, who gave it their best, who made some great showings, who knows what it feels like now, who's been out there. And if you come on back in 4 years, come on back. That's how it works, right? It doesn't mean that that's it. It means now you know what the lay of the land is, and we know your name. We know you're in town. Congratulations, ladies. I'm so excited. You did it. You deserve to be credited for defying the opinions and expectations of many of the people around you. When they said that it couldn't be done, you would not hear. You set your goals on something that only you seemed to see, and you refused to back down until your dream was realized. The course you chose was demanding and difficult. I saw you in the middle of situations that required both courage and sacrifice in order to achieve the greater end. The scars you've earned are really the marks of a true hero. And I want to let you know how proud I am to know you and to know that you are there. Seeing you set your goal and gather the courage it took to face the disbelief of others, to struggle and forge your way to a new horizon, has been an inspiration to me and to many. Your growth has helped us to hopefully face our own challenges. Thank you for showing those around you how to never, ever let go. And that was written by Rita Hennins. Thank you so much. Ladies, you are an inspiration. And yeah, I'm over the moon today. Been having a lot of calls from my friends, lady friends saying, wow, we've got 5 in the house now. And, some who will not go down easy. So they're going to be right up there with the fight. And we're going to be here holding you accountable, right? And we expect a little different. So, I wanted to look up the words, and I might look it up and then read it after the break, about, the change that's going to come and all of that stuff. I played that last night, and a change is going to come. Sam Cooke, right? A change is going to come, and change is here. Change is here. So we're in a new time right now, and lots of words on the road about how things are looking. We'll get to that. All right. I just wanted to go quickly over the scores. I know you guys know, but some of you don't. So let's see. Georgetown Central, Kenneth Bryan, 851 votes. And that is 87% of the voters. So 87%. So that was a clear. Frank Cornwall had 126. That was clear. I mean, the people have spoken. That's the point. And so I tried to comfort some of my students this morning that were so disappointed. Some even were in tears about the loss of their person, or whatever. And I said, are you registered to vote? And they said no. And I said, well, there you go. And they said, oh, the time is so short to register. I said, you got 4 years, 4 years to register. So if you take 4 years and you're not registered during that time, then of course the time will seem short. So those of you who are disappointed per se, get registered to vote so next time your voice will be heard. But I also said to comfort them that, you know what? It is what it is. Whoever was voted in, whether it was your pick or your parents' pick or your people people's pick. Doesn't matter today. Yesterday it all mattered, and today it doesn't matter because the people have been chosen. And so the people that have been chosen are going to be our leaders. Those 19 people that were elected yesterday are our leaders today, whether you like it, whether you don't. And so the best thing for us to do is to face it, accept it, and work with it. And that's for all of us because it is our country. And regardless of personalities or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like being counterproductive, as we can see what the last 4 years, what did being counterproductive get us? Where did it get us? Being cantanker us or arguing or fussing or not agreeing with something or, blocking progress. It got us nowhere. It got us exactly that, blocking progress. So, dry those tears. Dry those tears. I know it's sad. I know some people feel gutted. I know you feel disappointed, some of you, but you know what? It is what it is. And when I look at people that have had 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms, 4, or 4 terms more, and you didn't happen to get in, it's all right. You had your time. You had a long time. You had a good run. You actually had an opportunity to have a great job. And whatever you did, thank you. Whatever you didn't do, opportunities missed. But hey, today's a new day. Okay? And so it's like any phase or change in your life. No biggie. Let's move on. Work with the people who are now your leaders. And that's the bottom line. That's it. That's the most pragmatic way to even face that. Okay? So that's what I would say to the people that are so disappointed and cussing and fussing. It's over. You got what you got. They're ours, and we got to love them. All right? We do. Yeah. That's how we're going to get through the next 4 years. And I'm excited for those 4 years. So Kenneth Bryan, 87% of the votes. Georgetown West, David White, 457 votes, 51% of the voters. Because there were so many people in that, and that's what happens when so many people are thrown into the mix, then it doesn't even appear that the scores are reflective really of what people would want. So the difference between Georgetown Central and 87% and Georgetown West, David's 51%, is that there were 2 other people or 3 other people in the mix, right? Or 2 other people outside of just 2 up against each other. So wherein it would seem that, David got 51%, yes, but the other 49% was broken up between 3 people. And that's what made it difficult. So if anybody is thinking about doing it again next time from the West, then they might want to consider, talking to each other. Everybody should talk to each other. Independents, you should all kind of reach out, talk to each other, and discuss where might be the better place, so that you're not kind of going up against good people that you think could also be a part of the country's leadership, because then you're kind of, almost like, putting yourself in a bad situation. So David White got 457. Perlina McGaw-Lumsden got 198. Elio Solomon got 135. And Kenrick Webster got 98. And, all 4 worked really hard, right? Pushed and pushed. And Kenrick, this was his 2nd time around. Perlina was her 3rd time around. And Elio, of course, was also, I think this might have been his 3rd time around, but he also was voted in 2 terms ago, and he represented the country at one point. So just hasn't been able to secure that seat again since that time. So just there you go. Congratulations to David White for securing his seat again this time around. Also hard worker, very nice man. We all know him. We know him and his twin brother. I don't know about you guys. I don't know them apart. Like, honestly, when one has a mustache and one doesn't, then I try to figure it out. But other than that, and both like very nice people. So congratulations. I'm just talking about people today. I'm not talking about parties. I'm not talking about anything other than these are people, right? So congratulations. And they're my people. They're Caymanian people. So we're all Caymanians here. We're all the same people. Georgetown North, 56%. I think that was that was that 6% there, or that 7% is not that big of a difference. So I think the difference between the winner, which was Joey Hugh of 512 and 512 voters, and he's the incumbent, so he was already the representative, and the new guy on the block, new kid on the block, Johann Maxim, 395 votes. That was the difference between 116 votes. I mean, I think that was a really good showing for Johann, first time around like that. A really good showing. And from the sounds of things, that was his testing the waters. So I imagine we're going to see this man come back at some point, and I would look for that. I would look forward to that. So everybody else better look out then, because that's a new kid in town, but we know his name and we know what he stands for. We know he doesn't take a lot of stuff. So congrats to Joey Hugh for securing his seat again. I hear very good things about Joey as well. Of course, I know him personally, and Johann. Two very smart men, and yeah, it could have went either way. So congrats to both of you, and congrats, Joey, for securing that seat. Georgetown East, Mr. Roy McTaggart, 64% of the votes. Again, the situation being it was 5 in that area. Now, I think the 5 in that area could have been a part of the problem a little bit, if you want to call it a problem, if you're looking at who's running. So Mr. McTaggart got 645 votes, and that's 64%. So 64% he secured. So he clearly secured the more votes than the other 4. But Miss Emily DeCool, let me tell you something, lady. Young lady, lovely young lady, 217 for the first time out there and up against 4 other people. Girl, congratulations for that. Don't you think that you can sit down now? No. I expect to see you back in 4 years myself. Okay, this is my opinion here. Obviously, I'm speaking on behalf of Catherine Tyson, not the radio station. So that's what I got to say to Emily DeCool. Because Emily DeCool looks like she ain't gonna take no foolishness. I love that. We could use another girl up in that house, maybe 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I'm all right with that. Okay, so Emily, congratulations for your great showing. Congrats, of course, to Mr. Roy McTaggart, the incumbent, for securing his seat with 645 votes. Don't want to lose sight of that. Also, Christina Rollinson, 76 votes. Also another young lady who, decided to throw her hat in the ring there. And Dr. Frank McField, who was actually a representative. I think this is Dr. Frank's 3rd time or 4th time running. 61 votes there. He changed his direction of where he normally goes. Congrats to everybody. And of course, Richard Bernard, who secured 7. It's not easy to throw your hat in the ring. It's not easy to put yourself out there. It's not easy. This run listen, don't mistake what you see out there when you see those pictures and you see those posts and those social media, things going on and sponsorships, and you see that little piece of paper by your door, and you see those yard meetings, or you see those interviews. Listen, don't for a second think that is small. That is huge. I was in that in 2017, and I can tell you something. That is something else. That is like you just laid your entire soul open for the entire world to just pick at, just poke and pick and criticize, and you hope every now and then someone pats you on the back and says, good job, you did a good job, that was great, and you just fall into a heap when you get home that you survived that one day and you get up to do it again. And let me tell you, the last few weeks of that is just a pride swallowing siege that I can never fully explain to you. And that is a quote from Jerry Maguire, the movie, but it's so true. Okay, so yes, definitely congrats to all of them from Georgetown East, Mr. Roy, for securing his seat. And go to Georgetown South, of course, Miss Barbara Connolly. She retained her seat, 53% of the voters. The difference in votes between her and Alric Lindsay was 54 votes. So Miss Barbara got 524 and Alric got 470. So he was literally on her back. Let me tell you, if she had turned around, she might have tripped. Okay? So just imagine those 25 or 26 people that might have gone the other way. That was so close. Congratulations, Miss Barbara, for retaining your seat. But congratulations to Alric as well, because that was a great showing. And I know Alric was in the 2017 race along with me and the 417 other people that had ran in that district. But he stayed the course for the next 4 years. So he never stopped. And one of the reasons why I had thought about doing it, and one of the reasons that I decided not to, I thought, it's a lot of reasons, of course, because like I told you about that pride swallowing siege, but also, when you get very busy in your life and you're like, nah, I don't know if I want to just hang this up to start that, but let me continue working and doing what I do and building something. If I decide to do that again, then I would have had that. But also just wanting to support another woman for the House as well, and not going up against so many of us. It's too confusing when it's too many people. So this race was very pure, I think, in terms of the two people, doing what they have to do, and 54 votes. What a difference, a couple of votes make. So, hey, I have the feeling that we will see Mr. Alric Lindsay around them parts again. So, and we're waiting. Okay. In Prospect, we go to Prospect now. Sabrina Turner got 37% of the votes. Now here's the confusion about Prospect, which was interesting. The difference, Sabrina was victorious in this constituency with 353 votes. And Michael Miles, also a newcomer. So Sabrina Turner and Michael Miles were newcomers in the political, running arena. And the difference between 53, I think it looks like it's about 47 or 46 votes, the difference. Sabrina got 353 and Michael got 307. And the incumbent Austin got 288. Austin Harris got 288. Now, you see how close that was? So basically, it seems like they got about the same amount, the same percentage. If you divided it up, it's 30-something% for each of them. So that was very interesting, because had one of them not run, it could have easily have gone to someone else. You see, that's what gets confusing. But congratulations to Sabrina, and congrats, for Michael throwing his hat in the ring. I don't believe that we've seen the last of Michael. I don't believe we've seen the last of Austin as well. I thought Austin represented well on a national level. I don't know if he fell short possibly in Prospect. I'm not sure. But like I said, Miss Sabrina, she set up an office by her yard. So you couldn't miss it. And she has been working in the community for many, many years. So congrats. Okay. So Red Bay, we go to Red Bay. And of course, our premier, Alden McLaughlin, secured 55% of the votes. Now, I think that was pretty close. Close enough, 110, the difference between 110 voters. So imagine it's 55 people that were speaking and saying, hey, I'm not sure if I want to vote, for my premier, but hey, he won it, difference of 110. I think he did an amazing job during our pandemic, kept us safe, absolutely made some great decisions, and yeah, 535 votes against Sammy Jackson, who's 425. First time throwing his hat in the ring as well. So I think he did pretty good for first time throwing his hat in the ring. Congratulations to our premier, our former premier, because he's not premier anymore. Or he is until the new one takes over. I'm not even sure how that works. But Alden McLaughlin, congratulations, as well as Sammy Jackson for putting yourself out there. Very, very just such a I think such a noble thing to do, just to put yourself out there to represent your country on a whole, because you know what, you can do other things in your life. You don't have to be worried about nobody. You don't have to be worried about what's happening around you. Let other people figure it out. So I appreciate anybody who actually will do that for us. Now let's go to Savannah, or Newlands. Let's go to Newlands first, before I take a quick break. Newlands, of course, Mr. Wayne Panton, 55%. However, it was 4 people running in that constituency. That happened to be my constituency that I vote in. And so Wayne's vote was 655 people voted for him, clearly 655. And the incumbent Alva Suku got 346. So you see the very big margin, the big difference, because that 55%, if it were against one person, it would have been a close race. But a 55% against 3 other people means that the other ones, did not get that 55%. So some might have gotten 30%. So you clearly had the edge on them. So the incumbent at the time, Alva Suku, got 346 versus 655. So it was a very clear, just message that Wayne Panton was the one that more people in the constituency were interested in. And now that's another thing too. When you think about what might have kind of done that, wherein Alva Suku was successful the last time around in 2017 to secure that seat from Wayne. It was very close. I think Wayne said it was about 16 people. So if 8 had decided to vote not for Alva at the time, Wayne would have gotten it. So it was very close, but this time it was not so close. And so you wonder what might have happened during that period of 4 years, whether it was the representation from a constituency level or representation from a national level, or the switch over, being a part of PPM and then leaving PPM, very publicly leaving PPM, going to the independent, setting up an office as an independent with Anthony Eden, and then not being a part of that. So going back to the alliance. So it's kind of funny, when things like that happen. So you have to ask yourself that. And Raul Gonzalez Jr., who ran last time in 2017, also his votes were 156, and Roy Del Carter, a new kid on the block, 29. So congratulations to Wayne Pan, and congratulations to Raul, Wayne, Alva, and Roy Del, all of you for just for running and wanting to represent the country. So my new leader of my constituency is Wayne Panton. So congratulations to you for that. And like I said, I always see him anyway. So he's very visible. And I will be back to continue this conversation and to talk about some of the buzzing that I hear on the streets. So I'm sure you guys are hearing it too. But this is Straight Talk today, Thursday Success 101. We are talking about success, but we are talking about election success. Congrats to all of the winners. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
3700. More Straight Talk to come on Star 927.
Flow is excited to bring you everything you'll ever need in a mobile plan. Be the superhero in your family and get the new mobile family plan. The family plan gives you up to 4 lines for $60 per line per month with unlimited talk and data. You heard right. Unlimited talk and data. Don't miss out on getting your family plan with Flow today. Visit discoverflow.ky/family for details. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Flow Cayman Islands. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, you deserve the best.
Ease into the driver's seat with affordable and flexible RBC auto financing packages. Get up to 100% financing and extended repayment terms for lower monthly payments. With this offer, you can get access to more cash with a bonus pre-approved RBC credit card for qualified buyers. What are you waiting for? Speak with an RBC auto finance specialist today. Pre-qualify in just 60 seconds. Visit rbc.com/try easy. We imagine new ways to plan better.
Have you signed up to a MyCUC account? It's only the best way for you to manage energy usage and save on your CUC bill with Customer Connect, CUC's energy management tool. And you can also make quick and easy bill payments with PowerPay. And guess what? It just got better. Now you can see the dollar value of your energy usage and daily cost breakdown when you use Customer Connect. You can see comparisons of your costs month to month, set usage alerts, and avoid being surprised with a high electricity bill at the end of the month. Simply sign up at www.cuc-cayman.com and click on My CUC. Once logged in, track and monitor all of your energy usage information through Customer Connect and make payments at your convenience with PowerPay. CUC is giving you the power to save.
Welcome back to Straight Talk on Star 927.
And good afternoon and welcome to Straight Talk. This is your Drive at 5 show. And this is Catherine Tyson, your host. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me this afternoon on Straight Talk. This is Success 101 Thursday is what we do, but today we're talking about the success of those elections yesterday. And I'm sure we're all just buzzing. We're all just excited. It is our government. It is our representatives and those of us who voted, those thousands and thousands and thousands of us who voted. It's all our business. So I'm in that suit today because it is our business. The will to win. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, work day and night for it, give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. If only desire of it makes you quite mad enough never to tire of it, makes you hold all things tawdry and cheap for it. If life seems all empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and you dream is about it, if gladly you'll sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, lose all your terror of God or man for it, if you'll simply go out after that thing that you want with all your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famished and gaunt, nor sickness nor pain of body and brain can turn you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, you'll get it. Burton Braley. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Burton Braley. I love that. That is absolutely so true. So true. Absolutely. And, let me continue because I just got some breaking news that I want to share with you before the show is over. But let me continue with this. So the next set I was talking about then would be Savannah. So Heather Bodden, 55%, but it was 3 people there. So Heather got 577 votes. Congratulations, Miss Heather, once again. Malcolm Eden got 429. That's a new kid on the block, and that was the difference of 148. So you see, that was good also, right? And Gina, of course, Gina Williams got 28. Gina, thank you for coming out, girl, because girl power. And literally, she runs a girl power thing. But no, 55% for Miss Heather Bodden. And just congrats on that. Congrats on all of you. I know Gina walked door to door. I saw her on Facebook, kind of doing the the video thing, the live thing. So yeah, she worked. And I think that is not the last we will hear of Malcolm or Gina. I just think people need to be talking in the next 4 years. Like all of these awesome people, just talk and say, okay, where do you think we should go? And it kind of sounds like what parties do. Wink, wink. But yeah, that's what should happen, right? So it should be like not this just random, I want to run. Like, no, talk to people. That'd be awesome. All right, great. So congratulations to Savannah. Now let us go to Bordentown East. Dwayne John. Congratulations, Dwayne Seymour. 60.89%. That's 61% of the votes. The voters have spoken. 735 votes. And Osborne Bodden, 472. That was very clear. So congrats to both gentlemen, but congrats to the winner there, who was the incumbent, the Minister of Health at the time, and that's who has retained his seat. And then Bordentown West, Chris Saunders, 79.61%. That's 80% people. 80% basically. 80% of the voters wanted Chris Saunders back in that seat, and that's 902 voters against Vincent Frederick, who's 231. Which 231 people voted, right? And that's nothing to snuff at. So congrats to Vincent, who has run before, I think it's either his second or third time. And Chris Saunders, who was the incumbent, congratulations for retaining your seat as well. And so we have that. And then I will go to East End. Before I go to West Bay, I'm going to East End. Mr. Isaac Rankin, second time around, first time very close. Second time around, 52% of the voters, but it was not two people. So you know the difference between whether it's two people, what 52% means, versus three people. And so from three people, we have 348 of the votes going to Isaac, and the incumbent, Mr. Arden McLean, who is the leader of the opposition or deputy leader, what is it? 304 votes, the difference of 44. Now I know that must make people just, who are those 20, right? But you know what? It's a new day. It's a new dawn. Yeah, it's a new day. It's a new dawn. Isaac, it's in your hands now. Congratulations, Isaac Rankin. Congratulations. Okay. Now you got it in your hands. We're expecting good things from you. Okay. And we expect for maybe the two of you to play nice, because you're from a very small place, and I'm sure you're probably related. Somebody, well, you know your mom, and everybody know your mom and your dad and everybody. So come on, let's get along. Thank you all so much for just throwing your hat in the ring to want to represent us, and congrats to those two gentlemen, but especially Isaac Rankin. Thank you to Arden for his service over the last 20 years. I'm sure it's not the last that we'll hear of him either. However, Isaac now he has the reins for East End, and we are expecting to see all the promises that were made by everybody, for everybody to be living up to that. All right, let's go to North Side. Another shakeup again. And that also, Jay, actually, he had 54.87%. That's basically 55%. And that's J.E. Banks. And that is huge also, because the incumbent was trailing behind him with 217 votes, and he won with 394 votes. So once again, that one's very clearly, the people have spoken. This is who we want. Justin did 84 his second time around. Deborah, your first time in, threw your hat in the ring. Proud of you, girl. 23 votes. Yes, congratulations to all of you. And congratulations to Jay, who is now the elected member for North Side. That's huge. Cayman Brac East, Miss Juliana, 71%. The Cayman Brac East people are not playing. 421 of them said we want Miss Julie, and we got her, 71%. So you can't fight these things, right? When it happens, that's what it is. And so Mr. Elvis McKeever, 167. He had 167 people come out to the polls and vote for him. So let me tell you something. That's pretty serious, okay? So congratulations to Miss Juliana. Proud of you. Looking for good things from you this time around as well. Cayman Brac West, Moses Kirkconnell, 85.83%. That's 86% people. 86% of the people said, we want Moses Kirkconnell. We're not having a discussion about this. 315 people voted, and that's that. Okay, Maxine Moore, 52. 52 people came out to vote. So congratulations, Ms. Maxine, for throwing your hat in the ring, for keeping people against the wall, for saying, listen, I'm not playing. I want to see good things happen in my country. I'm gonna put my hat out there, and that's that. And congratulations to Mr. Moses Kirkconnell as well for getting his seat back. All right, so now let's go to the hot place now. West Bay, I have to talk about West Bay Central first, because West Bay Central, Miss Catherine Wilkes, 58% of the votes, okay, from an incumbent that had been there forever and a day. 539 people said, this is what we want. Congratulations, Miss Catherine Wilkes. Appreciate that, my namesake. Appreciate that. And 392 to Captain Eugene. Thank you for your service. And yeah, that's all I can say about that one. Just congratulations, and the difference of 147 votes. People have spoken. West Bay North, We got Bernie Bush, 55% of the votes. The difference of 86 people. So 515 for Bernie Bush and Ralston England 429. And this is not Ralston's first time. Obviously, he was Minister of Education at one point. So I think he has had 2 terms. So just just think about that, right? This is food for thought for everybody to be considering. When you're in, now that you all have been elected, now you 19, just watch yourselves these 4 years. Like everything that you do needs to be deliberate on purpose. People are watching, people are taking notes. You think that you can't get away with anything. Those days are over. And you young people who are shedding tears and crying, go and register to vote for next time, and stop talking foolishness if you're not registered, because that'll make no sense anyway. West Bay South. Let's look at West Bay South. 72% of the voters, 606 voted for Mr. Andre Ebanks, 606 versus Mr. Raul Nicholson Coe, who got 309 of the votes. So I don't believe that's the last you will hear of Raul Nicholson Coe. I almost hope not, because we interviewed him last week. Sounded like, I loved all the things he was saying. I was wondering if he was a social worker for a second, because it's speaking my language, right? But the people have spoken, and Andre is poised and ready for this. So congratulations, Andre Ebanks. Congratulations to you. And congratulations also to Raul, throwing your hat in the ring. Bernie, Ralston, Captain Eugene, all of you, congratulations for putting yourself out there. And West Bay West, of course, last but certainly not least, 51%, won by 51%. That's of course McKeeva Bush, 458 versus 431. My goodness, I don't even want to take my calculator out right now, because that would be like 28. That's like 27, must be 27 votes. Let me tell you, or Mario, as they would say, almost, but almost is. But Mario, thank you. Thank you for pressing people, right? And no one should sit on their laurels. No one should be comfortable. No one should think they can do whatever they want. There's no accountability. No one can say anything to them. No. Those days are done. So congratulations to Mario. Thank you so much for running, for putting your hat out there and put your hat in the ring. And thank you so much, for just going up, just going for it, right? And congratulations to Mr. Bush for retaining his seat, Mr. McKeeva Bush. No stranger to anybody. And to be fair, congratulations to every single one of you. I'm telling you, this has been so interesting, this whole thing. But I can tell you what, my message to all 19 is that we're watching, we're waiting, we're going to hold you accountable. We're going to hold you to the fire. Yeah. And we expect for you to represent us, the people, not just those people or these people or that people, or all of us, okay? Because we all don't look a certain way. I talked about the turkeys on our door, and we didn't know who put it there during Christmas. And I'm telling you, we were offended. Some of us were offended that somebody just put a turkey on our door and did not knock, did not say hello, we would have preferred a Christmas card with your picture, you and your family's picture, saying Merry Christmas, season's greetings. We did not need a turkey. Your voters all look different. Your constituents all look different. They all have different needs. I had bought a turkey. In fact, that turkey is still in my fridge, frozen. I haven't used it because I had already bought a turkey the week before. I wish they had told me they were coming, because I would have saved $40, $38, how much have I paid? That's my point. So you can't assume that you are serving people that all have the same needs. And if you're fighting for people that have money, but you're not fighting for people that don't have money, you're making a mistake. If you're fighting for people that don't have money and not fighting for people that have money, you're making a mistake. If you're fighting for the educated and not the uneducated, you're making a mistake. If you're fighting for the uneducated and not the educated, you're making a mistake. There is a balance. There is a middle There is that ground you have to find. And as 19 leaders of our country, every single one of you are responsible for a constituency. Do not forget your constituency for the next 4 years. Don't forget them. Figure out a way to keep in contact. I don't expect you to, I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that you should be knocking on 1,200 doors in the next 4 years. I'm not saying that. But I think if you even divided up 4 years by 12 months, it's 48 months, and you decided to knock on, I don't know, how many doors? Divide it up and see how many doors you could knock on. I bet you could knock on 1,200 doors in 4 years and not try to do it all in 6 weeks or 3 months before the run. But be responsible. Take those votes seriously. Take our voice seriously and represent us accordingly. And I know there will be times you have to make decisions that will not be popular for everyone. But if everybody is going to benefit at some point and the country is going to be better for it, then those are the tough decisions you will have to make. But those are not going to be your everyday situation. Those are going to be the odd times. But generally, taking care of your entire country will always be acceptable and the popular thing to do. So you got in. Congratulations. Now that you've reached this goal, the time has come for you to take the path towards adventure and the beginning of a new life. As you reflect on your accomplishment, let your mind think back and remember the challenges that you have faced and overcome, the experiences that you have changed to special moments. After the congratulations and the celebrations, you'll be able to look to the future and hold your head up. You will come across many obstacles, but you have your confidence, your courage, and your own belief in yourself to overcome any boundary that stands in your way. And don't forget that you have the trust of the people. Do not abuse it. Do not take it for granted. Do not now rest on your laurels because it's over. It's not over. It's actually just beginning. It's just beginning. Your 4 years are getting ready to start any day now. And so remember who you're accountable to, right? Just got for immediate release, Office of the Premier Designate for immediate release. Formation of new government following 2021 general elections. Early this morning, the 10 candidates elected following yesterday's general election, noted further below, met and agreed to the following. Premier Wayne Panton. Deputy Premier Chris Saunders. Speaker of the House Alric Lindsay. Premier-designate Wayne Panton officially met with the governor this morning to formally request that the Parliament be called to convene on Wednesday, the 21st of April at 10 a.m. to swear in members and formally elect the Premier under Section 49(3) Cayman Islands Constitution. Premier-designate Wayne Panton said, "The elections are over. The people have spoken, and it is time to get on with the business of making people's lives better. I am delighted, impressed, and inspired by the level of maturity shown by the elected independent members to put aside political differences that arose on the campaign to work in the best interest of our islands. All of us who decided to step into the public arena did so to make a positive difference to the communities we serve. Many good people were unsuccessful at the polls, but still have a lot to offer. Alric Lindsay is one such individual. As Speaker of the House, he will bring the much-needed articulation and maturity to the role. The government that I am humbled to lead will be people-driven, accountable, competent, and transparent. PACT. We are all humbled by the electorate's trust and recognize that we have much work to do and are ready and willing to work on your behalf." Premier-designate Wayne Panton concluded, "I am tremendously proud that the 10 independent candidates have joined together in a decisive and cohesive fashion to commence the process of forming a new government. Although PACT has the maturity and are committed to that as a government, we will demonstrate to the country a refreshing and new approach of being open to other elected members joining in order to carry out the wishes of the electorate to form an inclusive coalition to work in the best overall interests of the country. To confirm, the 10 independent candidates referred to above are as follows, and these would be our government. G. Wayne Panton, MP-elect, Newlands. Christopher Selvin Saunders, MP-elect, Boddentown West. Johanny S. J. Ebanks, MP-elect, North Side. Kenneth Vernon Bryan, MP-elect, Georgetown Central. Isaac Douglas Rankin, MP-elect, East End. Bernie Alfredo Bush, MP-elect, West Bay North. Catherine Ebanks Wilkes, MP-elect, West Bay Central. Andre Martin Ebanks, MP-elect, West Bay South. Sabrina Turner, MP-elect, Prospect. Heather Diane Bodden, MP-elect, Savannah. And let me tell you something. I am so excited I could squeal, because I don't know if you all heard the interview that I had with Wayne this week. Was it this week? Probably this week, last week. I don't even remember. The times were going so fast. Maybe it was last week. I said in that interview, you can go back and look on stream. I said, what you just said, I just felt like you sound like you're the premier. Sound like you're the next premier. Am I speaking to the next premier? I literally said that. And he then answered in his own very, very soft-spoken, very humble response was, whatever the people want is what I will do. Now that's not to say that they didn't have discussions and he kind of knew that, but I felt that. I absolutely felt that at that moment, that's what he was speaking like, the next leader of our country. And so you have it. The next leader of our country is Wayne Panton. Woohoo! Yay! All right. Now I'm just going to clap in here because I'm all excited by myself. But you know what? Congratulations, Wayne Panton. You are the representative for Newlands. And I have the faith in you. I've known you for a long time. And you have been nothing less than a man of integrity. And I appreciate, I've had some real heart-to-hearts with Wayne about his decision to leave PPM and, how he felt about women in this country and the value of women, and women need to be respected. And let me tell you, I really appreciate that. And I am going to hold you to everything that I believe that you've told me, that we've discussed, that we've worked together on. Your care for your community, your care for your country, your care for your people, and your ability to actually, balance it all out with financial stuff, with a financial prowess, with recognizing progress, but at the same time ensuring that the people aren't left behind, being able to balance, unemployment with employing Caymanians and still, understanding the success of businesses, being able to balance that out with the needs of our education system. Let me tell you something. I am very happy today, and we should all be happy. We should be proud, and we should be happy that, some people that were independents, that said that they were independent, and there was a buzzing about whether they weren't, were able to have made those connections and decisions and discussions prior to madness occurring like last time. And we were very worried. I was very worried and concerned about the last time fiasco and how everybody wanted to be premier and nobody could come up with the real answer. And so people just started to jump ship, and people started to steal people and pull them into their boat, because people are jumping ship and drowning, and people are pulling them into the boat because we could not decide. Everybody cannot be the captain of the ship. There has to be people in the engine room. I heard Dr. Steve Maxfield say that last night on the election, the election watch with Dwayne Sterling and Mr. Oric Connor and Anika Connolly, when they were talking about the results. And he said that, I'm not going to quote him, but in the vein of Caymanian people, are often selfish or all want to be the captain, and so no one wants to be in the engine room. And he said, and it's so bad sometimes that Caymanians would rather, if they can't be the captain and steer the ship, they will go down to the engine room and destroy the engine. And you know, when he said that, I really could relate in so many instances that we see that where we become threatened by somebody who is good at something, instead of embracing that person, utilizing their strength and allowing it to make us all better, learning from that person, celebrating that person, and just really, you know, making a bang out of it. Like, look what I have on my team, as opposed to being threatened because that person had a great idea. Independence, Wayne Panton, and your group of people, congrats again. Congrats again. I'm going to say their names. G. Wayne Panton. He is the Premier Designate. Deputy Premier Chris Saunders. Speaker of the House Alric Lindsay. And our government will be made up of Wayne Panton, Christopher Saunders, Johanny J. Ebanks, Kenneth Vernon Bryan, Isaac Douglas Rankin, Bernie Alfredo Bush, Catherine Ebanks Wilkes, Andre Martin Ebanks, Sabrina Turner, and Heather Diane Bodden. Thank you. 3 ladies. Let me tell you, I'm ending this show, and I'm ending on a high. I hope you guys are good. I hope you had a great afternoon. I hope you had a great show. Go to Facebook, find the show on Straight Talk Drive at 5 or Star 92.7. Share it on your pages. Send it around. Congratulate your people. High five. Dry your tears. Get over it. Let's move on. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. Change is here. And I'm looking forward to everybody working together. And that is every single person. That is our past people that were in power. I look forward to you guys fostering and nurturing this new group, because at the end of the day, we are all Caymanian strong. We are Caymanians. And this is what we should be exercising, because we came up with the term called Caymankind. So let's start exercising it. You guys have a great afternoon. You have a great evening. And take care of yourselves and have a great weekend when it comes. And I will talk with you again next week. This is Straight Talk Drive to 5. I'm Catherine Tyson, and I'm wishing you an amazing evening. Take care.
Yeah. Listen.